Today, I'm going to show you how to edit our fitness template here on Social Video Suite. So the first thing that you have to do is double click on the template and launch PowerPoint. You will see that this template has different slides, and I'm going to show you how to edit these different slides. So go to Home and then click on Select and then click on the selection pane, and then here you will be able to see all the layers that are included on each slide. Then let's take a look at the animation pane so you will have an idea of all the transitions that are also here. Let's zoom out a little bit. Now let's edit the first slide. Here we are actually able to see the different layers on the right hand corner. So we have the show all and then the hide all option. If we show everything, then we see all the layers, and if we hide everything, we'll hide all the layers. Let's take a look at each layer one by one. Let's see the rectangle and also the text layers right here. So you can see the different text layers have different text boxes, obviously, and different copy. So what we want to do is we want to edit each text box, or we want to change the copy. But before that, let us go ahead and change first the background color. So what we have to do is let's just click on the shape, and right after we click on the shape, let's click on format, and then let's click on shape fill so we could change the shape background. Now another option that we could do is we could actually right click on the shape and then click format background and then choose the color that we like. There, so we chose the orange background. So now we have the background color already adjusted, and then let's take a look at all the layers one more time. Now let's edit the first text layer right here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 text layers for different transitions. So you have to make sure that you already have your copy ready or your text ready. So here we would like to put, are you hungry? So let's start first with the word hungry, just because obviously it will depend on which text or which word will appear first. So again, these are in order. So you would have to take a look at each layer to find out what comes first. So we already have hungry, and then let's choose this text, delicious food is ready. Let's make it into uppercase. And then let's choose the correct font size that we would like. Let's arrange and center it correctly. And then let's go to the next text layer so we could edit it again. So let's see first if it's correct. So are you hungry? Delicious food is ready. So it's all correctly placed here on the layers. And now what we're going to do is we're just going to arrange the font and make sure it's a little bit bigger and arrange the size and of course center it. And then let's take a look and preview it. Let's click on animations and then let's click preview. Let's click show all to make sure all the layers are seen. Are you hungry? Delicious food is ready. So you could see the transitions. They're correctly timed. They appear in order, right? So we've already edited slide number 1. So let's go ahead and click on slide number 2. And this slide has 3 different pictures, as you can see in the background. So what we'd like to do is we'd like to add a picture right here and replace the existing picture. We have picture number 1 or image number 1, image number 2, and image number 3. So let's look for a photo that we could replace with that. Since we're talking about food, then let's look for a food photo that we could insert on a template. We have image number 1, image number 2, and image number 3. So let's go ahead and drag that picture and insert it here on the PowerPoint template. And then right after that, we would have to crop it and resize it as well, just to make sure it is on the same edges and the same dimensions, or the correct dimensions. Let's click on crop and then let us adjust the sides. Let's follow our guideline. Okay, let's make it a little bit smaller here. And to the left, a little bit smaller as well. And then let's just click on the space outside just to make sure it's smaller. Let's drag it a little bit. And now we have here picture number 1, which we drag down in the layers just to make sure they're arranged properly, just above image number 1. So let's click on image number 1 just to copy the properties of image number 1. And then let's go ahead and click on Animation Painter to be able to copy the effect. So let's click on image number 1, then Animation Painter. And then let's click on picture number 1, and then let's click on it again to paste the paint icon. So that way it's going to copy the effect. And then we could delete image number 1 already because we've already copied the properties of that picture. There. And then we have here picture number 1 already. There, let's just correctly place it. Then now let's go to another image. Let's choose another food image right here that we can put in the middle. That would be appropriate. Okay, this is the ice cream image. And again, obviously it's too big, so we have to crop it. That's picture number 2. And let's crop it first. And arrange the sides and make sure that we have the correct dimensions again. Let's click on outside, and then let's drag that picture top of the layer of image number 2. So then again, we will repeat what we did earlier. Let's click on image number 2, and then we would have to copy the effect or the animation effect of image number 2 into picture number 2. So now let's click on image number 2 and then let's copy the effect. Let's click on Animation Painter again. Let's click on picture number 2 and then paste the effect right there of the paint icon. And then we could delete now image number 2 because we've already copied the properties of image number 2. So what we're going to do is we're going to replace image number 3 as well. Let's click and drag image number 3 or picture number 3 right here on top of image number 3. And then again, we have to adjust the size, so we have to crop it. That's picture number 3. Let's arrange it here on the layers first. So we have here picture number 3, image number 3 on top of each other. Now let's crop picture number 3. Let's arrange the sides and to the left. There we go. And then let's click on the outer layer. So now let's copy again the effect of picture number 3 and paste it on image number 3. Let's click on Animations, Animation Painter, then let's click on picture number 3 and paste the effect right there. Then we can already delete image number 3 because we've already copied the properties. So now we're left with picture number 1, picture number 2, and picture number 3, all with animation properties. Now let's take a look at the shape. Let's change the background shape or let's format the shape simply by clicking Format. And then let's change the font color as well so that it's going to be uniformed with slide number 1. And then let's change the copy. Let's use Big and Tasty. Let's put uppercase. And let's just resize the rectangle a bit. Okay, let's make sure the size is correct and even. Now let's go ahead and click on Animations and then Preview. So there you can see the effect of slide number 2. So what we did is we retained all the animations of different images and placed them into the new images that we replaced them with. Let's go to slide number 3. Here we have 2 images. We have one to the left and one to the right, and we also have the rectangle And of course, we have the block of text right here and the background. So we would like to customize everything here and all the elements. Let's change the images, and of course, let's format the shape. So let's click on Format first, and then Shape Fill. Let's change the color. And then let's go ahead and change the font color as well. And then let's change the copy. Make it into Enjoy Our Food. Let's type it right here. Then let's make it into uppercase. Let's format the shape. Make sure it's correctly sized. And then let's now go ahead and change the image on the left. So let's select the correct image that would of course be suitable for that area. Let's choose a nice image of food. Let's drag and drop it into our PowerPoint. And then let's put it here on the left side. Let's enlarge the image first. And then drag it down to the correct layer. And then let's click on crop so that we could adjust the size and follow the old image size. There you go. Then let's click on outside the box and let's click on image number 2. Right after that, let's go ahead and copy the properties by clicking on Animations and then Animation Painter. And then let's paste the properties to picture number 1. Then we could delete image number 2. And now we are just left with another image. So now what we do is let's grab another image right here to replace the right part image. So let's click and drag it into our PowerPoint template. And then let's put it here on the right side. Let's make the image a little bigger. Right after that, let's drag the layer and put it above the other image. And then let's click on crop so that we could resize it and make sure it fits the correct dimensions. Let's click on outside. And then let's hide picture number 2 first. Let's click on image number 1's properties. Let's go to Animations, Animation Painter, and paste it on picture number 2. Then we can delete image number 1. So right now we have here these layers. We have text, rectangle, picture number 1, and picture number 2. So then we can preview. So slide number 3 looks like this. Let's now go to slide number 4. For slide number 4, we have here the background image, and of course we also have the text. Let's take a look at the layers and let's click on Hide All. And then let's take a look at what layers are available here, and let's make each layer visible. So as you can see, it's one image and then several rectangular shapes that cover the image, and then we have the text. So let's go ahead and hide each layer so we could see. So we have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then let's select 6 rectangles, and then right after that, let's format the shape. And then let's make the other rectangle visible and also the text. Let's change the text first, and let's change the text color. And now let's make the text into sandwich for only $9.99. Now we have to adjust the font size as well. Let's make it into uppercase. Let's adjust the shape. Let's center it. And let's click on hide all, and then let's make the image visible, and let's change this. So let's select an image from our library. Let's choose a nice food image here. Let's click and drag that image into our PowerPoint template. And then let's stretch it first to fit the size. There. Let's drag it into the correct layer just above the image. Then let's crop it. Let's crop it to make sure it fits the size of the dimensions of the slide. Let's click outside. And then let's click on image again. Let's take a look if it has properties for animation, but as you can see, the animation painter option is not visible. So that means the image does not have any properties at all for animation. So we could just go ahead and delete the original image because it doesn't have any properties that we can copy. So then let's view each layer again. Okay, so now we could view each layer, and now we could take a look and click on preview. That's how it's going to look like. Let's just make some minor tweaks to the shape. And now we're done with slide number 4. Let's move on to slide number 5. Slide number 5 has 2 images, and then it has also 4 rectangles and of course some text layers. So let's take a look at each layer and let's view them. So this is a text box right here and also the image. So let's go ahead and select the rectangle and let's delete that first. And we have here 2 text boxes. Let's go ahead and change the copy first. Let's make it into bring a friend. Let's change the font size. Change it to uppercase. And then let's go ahead and format the shape. And then let's change the other copy here and let's add and. Let's change it into uppercase. Let's make the shape smaller. Let's adjust it. And let's make it a little bit bigger. Let's center it. Let's fix the positioning. Now let's format and align it into the center. Then let's go ahead and change the shape fill. So let's make it into orange, and also let's do the same thing for this one. Let's click on format and then shape fill, then make it into orange. Then let's go ahead and choose the correct background image that we would like to replace this slide. Let's click and drag it into PowerPoint. And then let's go ahead and stretch it. Let's drag that into the correct layer just above image number 1. And then let's go ahead and crop the new image that we added. Let's follow the dimensions of the original image. And let's click outside. And then let's copy now the animation effect of image number 1 by clicking on animations. But as you can see, again, Animation Painter is not highlighted. So we could just go ahead and delete image number 1 and leave it with picture number 2 just because it has no animation that we can copy. So now let's click on rectangle and then let's format the shape fill here. Let's make it orange as well. And then let's change image number 2. We also have another text box here and another shape. Let's go ahead and change the offer here in the text. Get 20% off. Let's change the font color and of course change it into uppercase first. Let's adjust the shape. Let's format the shape fill into orange. Then let's go ahead and change the font color into white. And then let's change the font size. Then let's make the shape a little bit smaller. Now let's go ahead and add another one. Let's choose an image from our library. Let's drag and drop the image that we've selected into PowerPoint. Let's stretch the image. Let's drag it into the correct layer right here, just beside image. And then let's crop it. Let's click outside to crop the image. And then let's click image number 2 and let's take a look if it has some animation effects. Yes, Animation Painter is highlighted. So we click on that and we paste the effect here on the new image that we put, which is the next picture. And then let's delete the image that we copied the effects from. Let's go ahead and click preview so we can take a look. And that's how it looks like. Let's now move on to slide number 6. Slide number 6 has an image and it also has some text boxes and also some shapes. So let's click on this image layer and then let's select the correct image that we would like to replace it with. Let's drag and drop it into PowerPoint. Let's stretch it. Let's center it. And then let's drag that into the correct layer just above the image. And then let's crop it. Right after that, let's click on the old image, let's go to animations, and then let's click on Animation Painter. Then let's click on the new image to paste the effect. Then we can delete already the old image. Let's first change the color of the font into orange, and then let's write the copy, order now. Let's make it into uppercase. Let's change the font size. Then let's go ahead and adjust the shape. Then we have another one here where you could put your website URL or your domain. You can modify that. Then let's click on Animations to preview the effect. Let's just adjust the size of the image. And let's review. Let's click on Slideshow. And then let's play from the beginning. This is how it looks like. Right after that, let's just adjust some transitions right here just to make sure that everything is appearing correctly. I just previewed it to take a look. And let's preview it again. So there, it's faster. If you're happy with what you see, now you could go ahead and click on File, and then Export, and then click Create a Video. You could choose the size that you would like to create it to, if you'd like it HD, and then save it as a file on your desktop. Type in the file name that you like, and then click on Save. Below you will see the progress bar or the status of the video that you are exporting. Then let's go ahead and review what we just did. So double click on the file that you just exported and then watch it. Now you've already made your PowerPoint template into a video. Enjoy editing the templates!